Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the home of the Bedford Blues, where we've got a thrilling fixture for you. It is England Deaf taking on Wales just after the women's game has finished. A comprehensive victory for the women's side. We'll see if the men can repeat that result. Last year's result, of course, a big win for Wales, who have been the dominating team in Deaf rugby for the last decade or so. That was back at Cardiff Arms Park in July, and we're excited here for another round of this thrilling fixture. Stu Habingham's alongside me. Of course, you've played in this fixture yourself, Stu, and you must be really excited for what is shaping up to be an excellent encounter between two even sides based off last year's result.
Yeah, it should be a good day for England today, I think. Wales have had a few pre-matches before this one, so we're looking to see there's some new faces out there as well, so hopefully we can get the win today.
Plenty on debut for England as well. It's great to see that Deaf rugby continuing to expand as well, constantly calling out for recruitment drives. You've had another international tours in recent times, and it's good to see the organisation that you've got such a relationship to is continuing to grow all the time.
Yeah, we're always after new players, so anybody out there that wants to come and play, get in touch. There should be some details around on our website that's about the future tour. South Africa in the summer is looking quite tasty. There's some names and places up for grabs there.
Yeah, of course, and we'll think about players to look out for in this team. Of course, there's a couple of debutants, but there's a few who have played an awful lot of rugby, especially in that front row, of course. You've got Corey Beck, who's captaining the side again, and as well as your replacement prop, Josh Prules, has recently become the most capped player in the history of England Deaf, which is a great achievement, so hoping for a physical encounter.
Yeah, it should be. Josh and Corey are very physical. They like to take the ball up front, and they like to take it to the opposition quite well. Yeah, Josh has played for a fair few years. He's played a lot longer than I have, and I think he's almost part of the furniture.
And we've seen already a really physical Welsh side. They look like a sizable bunch as well, as we're just awaiting on their exact starting team. It's already been read out here. A really good crowd here at Bedford, and excellent of them to be hosting this event as well, and to have such a good turnout after the weather that we've had so far today. It's a good sign of things to come that it's dried up.
Yeah, it has, yes, but hopefully the ball's not too greasy and we can get the ball flying out to the wings and scoring some awesome tries.
Thanks very much. Well, hopefully Stu will be joining us as well for co-commentary as the game rolls on. We'll be having the teams out shortly, where they'll be meeting one another before a minute silence, of course, and then the national anthems before the game itself commences. The minute silence in memory of Grant Payne, of course, who was the first team manager of England Deaf. Sad day for his passing this last year, but it's good to have his memory passed on in an organisation that he himself was such a big part of, and it's great to see fixtures like this continue annually, like this huge game between England and Wales.
Yeah, definitely. The Broad Streets Cup, yeah, it's one to win. It's our annual or biannual.
Yeah, of course, it's a huge event as the players are about to come out behind us here. So we'll head up to the commentary box here at Bedford as we watch the teams come out. Wales to begin with England to follow.
Please would everyone in the ground who is able be upstanding, please. Thank you. Today's fixture is a special one as England Deaf and Wales Deaf battle for the Broad Street Cup here at Golden Road. As is customary at international fixtures, we will shortly hear the national anthems of today's two competing nations. But before that, we would like to pay tribute to Grant Payne, who sadly passed away recently. Grant was a former member of the England Deaf Rugby Board, a staunch supporter of the game, and will be sadly missed. Our thoughts are with his friends and family at this time. Prior to kick-off, we ask everyone to join us in a minute's silence to remember Grant, which will start and end with referee's whistle and be shortly followed by the national anthems of the two teams.
Well, a statement made by the England Deaf Rugby Union after the passing of Grant Payne. The EDRU are incredibly sad to learn of the passing of former team manager Grant Payne. Grant's passion for Deaf Rugby was unquestionable and remembered fondly by many players, staff and supporters from down the years as the Welsh national anthem begins.
for the national anthem of your home side, England.
Strong support for the Welsh team as they filter in, of course, from the game that happened just nearby the women's game, which concluded in a comprehensive victory for England's team.
Okay, I think we're almost ready to get underway. Looks like England have won the toss. They will head up the slope into the first half. Hope you'll keep out. Good luck to both sides. Let's have a great game.
Well, with the anthems done, the sides will take their place on the field here at the home of the Bedford Blues. The England team with a couple of new faces amongst them, the likes of Marcus Seaton and Lloyd Smith making their debut, with Josh Clark in the front row. The Welsh team as well has been published, although the numbers will be coming to us as we go, we hope, but we do have those starting teams for you as well. Ahead of a fixture that is already steeped in some history, but there's plenty more, it seems, to be made further down the years. Stu's back alongside me, and well, as we said in the build-up, Stu hoping for a physical encounter, and that looks to be how it's starting here, but you're confident in this England side?
Yeah, most definitely. I think we've been chomping at the bit. It's our first game of the season prior to going to South Africa, and the guys want to prove themselves ready for a tour.
Well, it's Josh Healy making great yards to begin with. Lloyd Smith at number 9 called into the ruck on his first start for this England deaf side, and a penalty goes their way. So a bright start for England, Stu.
Yeah, it's good. Hopefully we get a bit more front football. Be good to see some set piece come into play.
England will look to the corner. It's Joe Healy again. He started that move from the England just inside the 22. And it will be Josh Page, who was part of this fixture last year as well in Cardiff, to take the throw. Ivan Fellows with the scrum hat making the call there. Also the coach of the Suffolk's men's side, their forwards at least for the day, changing his allegiances and jumping over here to represent his country. And well, a smattering of afters to begin things here. Tensions running high, as you'd always expect in this very old fixture in England and Wales. And our first scrum of the day. Stu, some pretty sizable front rows out there for both sides. Interesting to see what this set piece has to say for the rest of the fixture.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can set the tone here. We're normally quite dominant in this area. So
no shirt on the back of the number 9 Gareth Jones, and England have in fact turned that scrum. It's made its way out to Caelan Ashton, the vice captain at fly half. And this is a promising position for Healy to find himself in. Just juggled in possession, but well held on that occasion by Max Thorne. And crashing up over halfway. Some slow ball for England. There's no 9 at the base.
Fine, let's go. Thank you.
Through the forwards instead, they opt to go with on this occasion.
Sealing off feet.
Well, sealing off is the call, and the penalty goes Wales' way.
You're just straight off the top.
This their first real attacking platform of the afternoon.
On the halfway.
Just a little bit slow to get going, England, at the moment, Stu, from that breakdown.
yeah, I think it's just about being clinical, I think, to start off with, settle the nerves a little bit and get into the flow of the game, and I think everything will be all right. We've just got to trust the processes. I know they're old adages, but that's what it is.
Wales do look for the corner. They'll have a line out just shy of the 10-metre line.
Gents, England are on their mark. You keep the
Well, Wales off their mark to begin with, so we'll have a bit of a reshuffle here.
1 metre. Wales, you should be here.
And Ben's also in the commentary box with me, one of the current players for England Deaf, and it's a shame you're missing out on this one, but you will know exactly what it's like, these sort of high-profile games in this deaf international setting.
Yeah, it's been a real privilege to be involved in everything like this. It really is huge for deaf rugby in total. When we're looking at the amount of players that we're having available each training session to put themselves forward for a game like this.
Yes, fine.
Two sizable squads across the day today. But in this penalty opportunity, it looks like Wales will be opting to go for posts. Some big collisions in the midfield, Ben. Exactly what you'd like to see so early on in this game.
Yeah, I think we know what Wales like to bring the physicality, and if England do stand a chance in this game, which we very much think we do, we've got to match that and go forward with it as well. We've got to bring their intensity, match it, and then go forward.
And it's the quietest the crowd has been so far today as the fly half Kaylin Ashton adds the first points of the afternoon. A popular score in the ground today. There's some good representation of both sides, and that will open the scoring in this fixture, but not too much to worry about at the moment, Ben.
It's a cagey start between them both. 5 minutes gone. Wales have got the lead, but there's plenty more to play, and we're going to be playing in the right fields, right phases of possession.
Joe Healy with the deep kick-off, excellently taken out of the sky by Jamie Watkins in the front row for Wales. Well, there's a penalty advantage as well, so an easy exit for Wales on this occasion.
White 8 off feet.
Disappointing way to let Wales out of trouble there, Ben.
Yeah, I think they were quite disappointed with that. We want to be applying the pressure, especially in their half of the pitch. But we've got the ball back now. Let's see what we can do with it.
Well, the kick doesn't find touch. It was an ambitious one as well. So England on the attack. There's a lovely missed pass, and suddenly there's a man over, stepping off that left foot to keep the attack going on. Will Mitchell, the co-captain, but touch found.
I've already blown it. Fine. It's done.
But Ben, there's threatening signs for England Deaf. One of their first few real attacks of the game, and they found themselves in behind there.
I think this is the way we want to be playing rugby. We want to be playing with the width. We want to be applying the pressure. And we want to be making sure we're playing with ball in hand. Hopefully, as the game starts to progress, we'll see a lot more of that and starting to play in the wider positions of the pitch.
Well, it's an overthrow as well that should allow England a bit of field possession. Unfortunately, the pick-up off the deck, always a difficult ball to keep hold of when it's around the toes like that. So Wales will have it back at the scrum. Now, Stu, if you have another look at this overthrown line out, you're very heavily involved behind the scenes as well for England Deaf, and a lot must go into organising such a prestigious fixture like this.
Bind!
Yeah, it certainly does. Apologies, I'll just keep an eye on the game. Yeah, we've stolen that one back, which is quite nice. We were a bit lazy there in the line out of the overthrow. We should have been reacting a bit quicker, but hopefully the boys will settle down.
Red.
Well, it is England back in possession, fortunate as well, turning over it at the scrum. High tackle, so penalty advantage for England to play with.
High tackle, 25.
Well, another penalty in a promising position. Stu, what do you reckon the right option is from here?
We should be kicking to the corner, really. Have a good strong line out, get some points on the board. It might settle the nerves a little bit.
It's a very impressive kick as well from Joe Healy. Just a few inches short of that 5 metre. And this is the best chance of the game for England to get themselves in front for the first time.
That's Wales.
Strong collision in midfield. With a high tackle all the same.
Backwards.
Well, up goes Fellows, but he can't keep a hold of it, but it has come England's way. Over the game line goes Page, but it's been ripped in contact. Wales might come away with it here. Still camped on their 5 metre. Cleared downrange by Ashton, but perhaps not as much distance as he'd want on the kick. A missed opportunity for England, Stu, but they do have the ball back, and you'll expect them to be a little bit more clinical here.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see a better execution of that. I think, again, nerves are at play here. They just need to settle down.
Dummy step at the line out, and this time it's with Alex Inglis, another player who was also part of the side that took on Wales in Cardiff last year. Corey Beck, the co-captain today. Once again, Wales look to turn it over at the breakdown. Smith comes away with it.
Tackle now, release Red!
Not making any yardage at the moment, England. Through the forwards once again, Ivan Fellows in support. Some lovely line speed from Wales, but bumping through the contact is Rob Russell.
Roll away, Red! No.
And there's the long missed pass, and England might be in behind here, skipping through the first wave of contact. Well, forward pass, I believe, was the call, but once again, there's a little bit of afters, and
Not now.
temper's really flaring. A common occurrence, Stu, in fixtures of this high profile.
I think it's a common occurrence in most rugby games, to be honest. Yeah, emotions are quite high at the moment. We do want to get the win back. We did lose to Wales in Wales last year, so we definitely want to be winning this cup back.
Two guys on the floor. Yeah. One's held him down. There's nothing in his handbags. Your guy, there was no number in his shirt. I'm running him from nowhere. Doesn't need to. Everyone just calm down. We're 10 minutes into a game. Have a chat. Simple as now, okay? No more of that. Yes, forward pass there by there. It's forward pass. No, we're not going to go and deal with it. That's your warning. We deal with it now. We've started the scrum here. Yep, absolutely. Thank you, chaps.
Strong words from the referee. It's both Wales' second rows in blank shirts, so the referee unable to identify who got involved. Perhaps he's a little bit lucky to get away with that one. What kind of messages will be being imparted by the captain, Corey Beck, at the moment, Stu, do you think?
I think you want everyone to calm the nerves down a bit. Some old adages, use the top 2 inches, work a bit smarter,
Scrum to Wales for
support each other and be that extra option.
Scrum. The mark is there.
Beautiful pass from Rory Fisher, a bit unfortunately called as a forward pass, but we will restart with a scrum, this time to Wales.
Time is back on.
Aaron Jones with the feed on this occasion.
Crouch!
Except for their one foray into the England half, Wales have been well contained up to this point. They came away with the first score of the day off the boot of fly half Aidan Ashton. But the England scrum, Stu, so far has already caused 1 turnover, looking to be a real asset in this fixture.
I hope so, yeah. A lot of training's been going into this over the past few months. A few changes up, and we're all learning how to do each other's roles, so yeah, we should be coming out as quite dominant.
England do get the shove on once again, and this time a penalty goes their way. It did come out the back to Wales, but a penalty at scrum time and another big opportunity.
Not on my pitch.
I think Wales have lost another 10 yards there for descent as well. And if tempers are going to stay at this level, we will have an entertaining game in our hands. And now, just shy of the 5, at 10 yards out here, they still go to the corner through Will Mitchell. Well, here's the scrum penalty. An England head just pops out, but it's
They're on the line.
the wrong angle from Wales.
Try line well.
And from Jacob Holland.
Backward.
Go England once again, it's spilled but only backwards. And they get it away from that busy 15 channel. So instead it's England through the forwards, they pick and go, lacking a bit of support. Again is the call from Lloyd Smith. Through the forwards they'll go. Just a yard behind in support, but they do keep a hold of it. Making good yards here, inching ever closer.
They're moving. Advantage.
Well, a penalty advantage now.
Penalty advantage.
Surely England must score from this position.
No advantage coming in at the at the 5, back at the 5. In at the side.
They're looking for the quick tap, but it's another penalty in a dangerous position. Corey Beck stands over it.
Scrum.
And scrum called. Pretty good decision given the tide of things at that set piece at the moment, Stu.
Yeah, definitely. I was hoping Corey was going to call that. I wasn't sure whether he was going for the quick or the points. As we know, international rugby, we need the points to keep the board ticking over. But yeah, seems we're dominant in the scrum. Good option.
Well, we can expect to see something similar as we have all through the game so far at scrum time. England piling on the pressure.
Set.
Feed from Smith. This time they come away with it instead. And Smith into the high tackle there, but the referee waves play on. And through the forwards as Smith was preoccupied in that breakdown.
Let it come! Advantage.
Another penalty in a dangerous area. Another pick and go at the breakdown that makes some yards. Picked up by Beck, who's just inches short. Another dart towards the line. Well, Mitchell's calling for it at 13. Smith goes fishing for it. Mitchell, it's through his hands, and as Wales look to break, it's back for the penalty advantage. As Max Thorne leaves one on his opposite man. Well, that's the second in the 5 metre, and they've gone for the scrum again. You'd be mightily disappointed, Stu, if England didn't come away with some points from this position.
Yeah, we really need to. We need to capitalise on these penalties. I'm not sure what the ref will be doing next. Like you said, that's been 2 in 5 metres. Another one, we might be seeing a card.
That'll certainly change the complexion of the game. At the moment, Wales holding firm, but a scrum on the 5 metre in the middle of the pitch.
Set.
Marcus Seaton on his debut might have a go himself at number 8. And England are rumbling on, and on this occasion it's just rolled one way.
Rotated, you're at the back. Gone round.
15 minutes into this game, and it has been England in the ascendancy. Much like in the women's iteration of this fixture, where women's side were victors by 50-12. Wales at the moment hold a 3-point advantage. Lloyd Smith on debut with the feed once again. And once again, England are moving. Seaton has control of it at the back, and they will have a penalty to work with. Seaton feeds Smith. Mitchell. And surely into the corner now. England are there to score. Max Thorne goes over unopposed and playing with a penalty advantage. They didn't need it on this occasion. And England will go out in front with the kick to come. And in the end, they made it look very simple, Stu.
Yeah, about time too. I think Wales got lucky there. I think there might have been a card coming. I'd say third penalty in a row there. So actually conceding the try may have done them a bit of benefit actually.
We need a ball.
Let's just hope this kick is good.
An easy finish in the corner by Max Thorne as well. And Joe Healy, who's looked strong off the boot all day so far, will be tasked with adding the extras here from way out on this right-hand side. Well, the disgusting weather we've had to deal with all day is alleviated for the moment at least. The wind's still blowing a touch here and against England in this first half. But it's dropped for the moment. As Healy can line one up. Well, Healy took his time there and he had the right line as well, but just not the right length. Regardless, England go in front. They were threatening that Welsh line for quite a while in this first 15 minutes. And Max Thorne went over unopposed on that right-hand side. Well, Stu, yourself and Ben talked earlier about the kind of rugby that England wants to play. Phil Powell, a reasonably new coach into the side, what sort of changes has he made to this England deaf team?
I think he's brought us a bit more structure, and it enables us to interlink when players aren't available. So we've got some good set piece, trying to keep it simple, do the basics really well.
Thank you.
And we'll see if England can exit from here. Good carry by Page. Up to the 22.
Don't pull him
Lloyd
through.
Smith shaping for the box kick here. Some decent distance on it as well, as it just
Your
drops
kickoff went into the
in
22.
front of
Fine.
Will McCubbin on that left wing. Wales have fashioned for themselves a reasonable opportunity. It was the same position early in the first half that they drew the penalty that they then converted. That's an option for them all day with Caelan Ashton, the vice-captain at fly half, wearing number 19
Let's go, Wales.
instead of his favoured 10, possibly because that's the shirt that fits him best.
Backward.
It's up to one of the two blank second rows for Wales, and they have reclaimed possession. And they'll take it through the forwards once again. Over the gain line on this occasion. Jones, Ashton once again finds willing runners
Move away, White, move
in
away.
those centre channels. Jones through the forwards once again. Watkins brought down, but penalty advantage for the men in red. And Ashton takes it down the short side, little basketball pass over the top.
Coming, White 2 was offside.
Well,
2, yes, offside.
there was a hand in there from McCubbin as well, so perhaps that penalty advantage on this occasion has helped him out, as it possibly did Wales when England scored. He's lucky to get away with no further repercussions there. There was a Welsh player on the other side playing with penalty advantage. And then when Ashton gave that ball over the top, there was a hand in there from England, but they'll opt to go for points here. A really ambitious decision by Caelan Ashton.
There's a little bit of wind behind him, so probably the right option from a Wales perspective. Put some pressure back on England.
Well, from a long way out, this would be a seriously impressive kick. Ashton already with one today. And it just dropped a few metres short, so England will look to break.
The ball fine, good rip.
But it's been ripped in contact, and suddenly what an opportunity this is for Wales, who have won back
Tackle now,
possession
run away, White.
deep inside England's 22. Jones through the forwards on this occasion, Ellis Thomas, and then they freed the hands through Watkins. Higginson to the widest man.
Leave it now, White, leave it now, White.
Watkins poised at first receiver. There's good line speed, the chop tackle from Clark. It's a bit loose at the breakdown. Jones comes away with it. Ashton goes himself on this occasion.
Tackle, release.
Well, England are over the ball. Beck's got his hands onto it, and that's a huge intervention by the captain. Well, Ben is still with us here in the commentary box, and that was a pretty nervous moment actually, but a clutch turnover from the captain to get you out of jail on this occasion.
Yeah, it was a great turnover. He got his hands straight on that ball as soon as the tackle was made, and we've been able to relieve the pressure from our half of the pitch.
Straight on the ball.
Ashton, the fly half, went in himself. There's good body position there from the captain, Corey Beck.
That's you, Wales.
Been captain for a good few years now, was elected tour captain as well when the deaf side of England travelled to Argentina. And from the line out though, it's gone awry. Maul is the call, so England might be able to hold it up here. Welsh forwards come flying in. Carried in by Watkins. Smith. This time to the captain, Ryan Shalish. Out the back door they go, looking for a bit of space, but there's white shirts there. Strong clear out from Ashton on this occasion. Space is opening up as Wales attack the line. And there's a good line from distance, but chopped at the first defender. Well, not rolling away on this occasion. Ivan Fellows, I think it was.
Not rolling.
Coach of Suffolk's men's side.
Yeah.
Their forwards department, at least, usually. Another penalty. This time they don't opt. Well, they do indeed opt to go for post because the tee was on the pitch. I think that Ashton was shaping up to go to the corner there. But as we've said already today, the wind in his favour. Well, he was about a metre short last time and he's about a metre further in on this occasion. So a big chance for Wales to take the lead for the second time in this game. The vice-captain, Ian Ashton. Well, it's given as wide. It looked like a really good effort from here, but no one better situated than the linesman. Shake of the head, Stu, but that was really close to going over.
Yeah, it was. I thought it actually went over, but like I say, from this angle, maybe I need to get my eyes checked.
Certainly had the distance, but not the line on this occasion, so cleared away by Healy. Regathered on halfway by Wales. Tackle on Thomas there, but England looking to turn it over at the breakdown. It's a real contest in there. Wales do come away with it. Good line speed on this occasion by Page and chipped in behind. That's another great kick, but Will Mitchell, the co-captain, back there for England, and he'll look to the skies himself. Looking to take on red shirts.
Tackle, release him, 6! 6, release!
Well, no release in the tackle, so an easy exit for England, and this period of pressure has been finally relieved, and well, once again, Wales will lose another 10 yards.
You're off your feet. You're just laying on the floor, 6. No, 6.
And another 10 yards for some argumentative tendencies in the Welsh back row. And England have made it all the way up to halfway, Stu, from just penalties alone.
Yeah, that's a huge freebie for us. The referees definitely set the tone about any back chat. It's good to see, actually. There's a lot of it creeping into the game at club level, so with a bit of luck, we'll capitalise off that.
The kick doesn't make it all the way, another ambitious one, so Wales will look to counter. We haven't seen a lot from their outside backs at the moment, but an opportunity for them here. Butler deputised at 9. It's good pressure from this England line, and then there's the turnover. The co-captain Mitchell once again goes flying in, and all of a sudden an incredibly positive position. Well, the captain Ryan Shalish of Wales being called over.
So that was a ruck. He went off his feet. He didn't roll away. It's a penalty. Quite basic. He then holds the ball, stops them going quickly. That's why we went first. Then he keeps trying to me going, is that a Morgan? So is that not more questioning me? That's why we went for the second 10. He stops now. Okay. End of. Your 5 as well needs to just stop. Okay.
Well, the referee very clearly laying down the terms and conditions of his last few decisions. It's good to see at this
time back on. There is your mark. We're going to go
pretty high profile level that the referees are willing to conclusively describe exactly how they came to their decisions, and what it's resulted in is a really promising scrum for England, who have been on top in this aspect of the set piece.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
This time it's a bit stable. There's actually an England knee on the floor there.
Boring in. Went one, boring in, pulled in from touch.
Well, on this occasion, it hasn't gone England's way. The linesman has picked that one out, and John Clark on debut penalised. It's a shame, the England scrum has been pretty solid so far, but on that occasion, it's got Wales out of trouble, Stu.
Yeah, a bit of a let-off there.
England sub.
Maybe we were just a bit keen on to apply some pressure in the scrum there. I'm sure we'll learn from that.
18 for 1.
Well, it looks like there's a change in the offing as well for England.
18 on. 1. Time is off.
And it's John Clark who was previously penalised. Is leaving the field. His debut for now is over.
Yeah, it's fine. Time's off. We're not going. Yeah, wait, hold on. Time's off. England's happy. Okay. Wales numbers. Full line. Time is back on.
Onto the pitch comes Jake Huggett.
Fine.
Good line run by Wales from the line out. They won from the penalty for balling in just a few moments ago. Jones almost an intercept, so an advantage instead. Ashton with the little flick pass once again to look to open up this England defence. Up to halfway, plenty of Welsh forwards in support. Ashton once again picks out a forward runner. Just scrum advantage for Wales, and that's the end of it. Lovely inside pass, and bursting through the tackles on this occasion.
Release now!
Sam Jukes from fullback. There's the miss pass. And Wales are making some really good ground here. They're up past the 10 metre.
No! Let it come, it's there!
Picking and going at the breakdown once again. Ashton. Little show and go from Holland, who does take contact.
Away, White! Leave it, White, let it come, thank you.
Ashton pulling the strings and changing the direction of the attack. It's a lovely ball from the captain, Shalish, and it's got Wales into the 15 once more.
Tackle! No.
Captain Shalish once again into contact.
He's stuck, leave it, White! It's there because of your player, leave it.
Big moment in the game for Wales. Little show and go by Near and Butler. Wales still have it. I believe they're playing without the scrum half at the moment, who's down injured on halfway. A step from Shalish, the captain, once again. Wales edging ever closer to England 22. Lacking a little bit of ingenuity at the moment. Higginson. And now Butler looks down the short side again. Ashton shows and goes with physicality from the fly half up to the 22. Butler in at 9 at the moment. It's Josh Sproul's at 18, of course, battling away at the breakdown. The drop kick attempt, charge down, so Wales still have it. And there's a ball inside to keep the attack flowing. Rodri Gatland at 16. But finally England do have it back.
Wait. He was fine, he was pushing it so he couldn't get it. Captain, time
Well,
off.
Wales were attacking an extended period of play, but still England have weathered the storm really well there.
18, your lad there.
Yeah, a huge let-off for England
Your lad
there.
there, find his shoelace.
From our position, it looked like Wales were going out wide. They might have come down the wing, but obviously the referee's dealing with a bit more dissent going on.
No, you don't do that. You don't tell a ref to go to Specsavers. See you later. No, don't take the hand off and go.
Well, it's the fullback whose line break got the move going, Sam Jukes, who's leaving the field, unfortunately. So yellow card for Wales to compound their loss of possession. Well, it was the first time that Wales really got their back line into the game, Stu, and now they've lost their flying fullback. It's going to change the complexion of the Welsh attack and give England a real opportunity to extend their advantage.
I hope so, but then again, Wales might surprise us and step up and take the game on to us.
We'll have to wait and see here, as it's a good kick to get us up to halfway. This was the original turnover. England had their hands on the ball, and well, once again the line-out's a bit of a mess, and it has fallen the red way on this occasion. Shalish, the captain, gets us going. There's a lovely lofted pass, and now Butler through the hole, and Butler kicking it in behind as well. Well, it's dotted down by Bennett, but a penalty for holding back the player. A really threatening attack from Wales there, Stu.
Yeah, commentator's curse there for England, I think. They've got to go out wide. We've got to do exactly the same. We're trying to forwards battle's not really working for either side, so as soon as the space is there, it needs to be taken by both sides. But yeah, well done, Wales.
Lovely ball from Gatland to free Butler. Good footwork to step on the inside and then put the kick in behind. And well, Joe Healy knew exactly what he was doing there. The referee said there was cover in the backfield, so there'll be no further action. But this is Wales' best opportunity of the game to get some points on the board. They look to the back, and it's just been spilt, and that is a let-off for this England side. And it will be a scrum. Well, especially with the yellow card in play, that is a huge missed opportunity for Wales, Stu.
Yeah, we should dominate off this, get it out wide, hopefully. Man advantage, and we should be making some good yardage.
Well, Wales have got two in the backfield.
Crouch!
Probably a good option for them. They might not even contest this.
Bind!
And just look to defend.
Set!
Smith feeds a scrum. Seaton comes away with it, and it's some good line speed to get England backpedaling into their 5 metre. It looks like Smith will be forced to box kick here. Well, it's a contestable kick as well. It's just been knocked on by England on this occasion, but all things considered, that is a pretty good clearance from England, who, as you said, Stu, perhaps look to want to run it into that wide channel, but some great defence by Wales to keep them contained.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Straight off the scrum there. No messing about. We should have been aware of that.
Will McCubbin also almost away.
Crouch!
But it's back with Jones at 9 for Wales.
Set!
This time looking a little bit more stable, so it's picked by Shalish, the captain at the back. Has eventually come to Ashton, who looks to go down the short side, slips off the first tackle.
Roll away,
brought down by Josh Sproul's, the most capped player in the history of England Deaf, the replacement prop. And some hard running at first receiver, looking to get Wales over the gain line. Gatland doesn't use Butler on this occasion, but is stopped emphatically. Through the forwards, Wales looking to build something. England quick over the ball. Penalty goes against them, just a little bit too keen on this occasion. They've still got the wind. The tee is onto the pitch.
Time is off.
Ashton will look for the posts.
Taking post. Post has been called. Yeah, time is off.
This is a much similar
called, but time's off.
field position from the very first conversion, but just an infringement at the breakdown.
22 is 10. 22 long will be fine.
Rory Fisher just a little bit too keen to get his hands on the ball. Well, would you believe it, Stu, but we're almost 35 minutes into this game. It has absolutely flown by, as the sun just threatens to come out here, and all this action, the scores still remain just the one try in England's favour. Wales, in this latter stage of the second half, they've really turned things on, haven't they? They've really looked impressive.
Yeah, they've appeared to be a bit more dominant. We've been more on the back foot, trying to escape from our own 22. Credit to Wales, they're putting the pressure on us, which is just how we react to it now.
The game just delayed while there's received some assessment from the physios as Ashton looks to line up his kick. There's the opportunity to put Wales in front just before the end of this first half. It's signs for England to see their players back on their feet. It looks like the game's going to get back underway.
Time back on. Have a penalty for 5. White not rolling.
Well, it was Bennett who was down for England in the centres, back to his feet. So as the wind once again begins to howl here in Bedford, it's a big chance for Wales. Their 4th opportunity from the tee to go back in front, as they did so early in this game. And finally this time, the conversion is simply enough put in between the sticks, and Wales will go back in front by just a point. Bennett's disappointing given how the game could have looked to go about 10 or 15 minutes ago when England were on top in Wales's 5 metre, but they couldn't convert, and all of a sudden they're behind again.
Yeah, the pressure's all on us now. We need to get some points in the bag just before half time, put the pressure back on Wales, and making it for an easy conversation from the coaches at half time.
Well, plucked out of the air on this occasion. The spiralling kick. Wales still down to 14 men at the moment, but it's not affecting them, it seems.
Go and get it, Nine. Nine, it's there. Go and get
Bennett
it.
and Mitchell calling England players round the corner, but it's slow ball for Wales to deal with here. And Ashton clears.
All on.
And it's over the head of McCubbin as well. What a great clearance that is. And McCubbin will look to take them on. He beats the first and the second, brought down on the 22. Wales flying into the numbers, but there's plenty of space in the wide channel on both sides if England can use it. Instead they look to kick and clear, and they will find touch. Well, Ben, I can see you shaking your arms wildly while the Wales players were getting back in position. You spotted some space out wide, but England just didn't have the energy, it seems, to execute the space in front of them.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for us to actually play wide. We had a couple of players outside. If we had picked up that ruck speed a little bit more, I think we'd have been away down this near side. It's pretty much what we want to be doing. We want to be getting that ball out wide, keeping those ruck speeds limited, and playing with the ball in our hands.
Instead it's a Welsh line out, but it's been overthrown and England will come away with it. And they're up to halfway, still playing with the one-player advantage. Once again, there seems to be a little bit of space down this right-hand tram line if England can use it. Skipping through the tackles on this occasion, Bennett goes himself. Bennett bumps off another and wins an penalty advantage. It's still on down the right-hand side if Smith can find Fisher, which he does, looping past. Mitchell takes on all comers and once again is through the first tackle. Gatland brings him down. Fisher into play 9 and Smith at 10. Through the forwards on this occasion. Still playing 15 on 14 at the moment, so there'll be spaces all over the park. Seaton skips away from one. Marcus Seaton on his debut for England Deaf rolls it in for the second try, and that is a lot more like the England Deaf side that Phil Powell will like to have constructed, man.
Yeah, like we said, we want to play with that ball in our hands. We want to play nice and wide, and that is our brand of rugby. When we're playing our brand of rugby like we are at the moment, we are not going to be stopped.
Well, it was that first barnstorming run from Bennett who got England Deaf rolling, and then a great carry as well through Ivan Fellows. And Seaton got away from one. Didn't need to use the numerous white shirts outside him, and that puts England back in front with the kick to come. Sauntering home in the end, a great finish. And they've used the one-man advantage well on this occasion. And once again, Joe Healy will look to add some more against the wind on that left-hand side. It's another good strike. Just hangs up in the wind and unfortunately just drifts to the right-hand side of the upright. But England are in front. A well-deserved lead, do you think?
Yeah, I think we've actually dominated in a lot of the physical battles that we've played. And also when we start to play wide, we can see the dangers that we have out of in our backs. They like to run with the ball, they like to put pace on that ball, and they like to take people on one-on-one.
Well, just under a minute to go in this first half. One more attack perhaps for England, and it's taken excellently well by Seaton off the kick-off. Over the ball go Wales, and they do win a penalty. And straight away they point towards the post. That is a great turnover, and what a time to do it as well. Jacob Holland gets his hands over the ball, Seaton penalised, and they'll look for post once again. Well, this will be the final act of the first half. Whether or not this kick goes over them, what do you make of a 10-9 scoreline going into the break? Is it a real picture of what's been played so far, do you think?
I think Wales will be quite happy with that scoreline. We've been limiting their chances on the goal line. They've not managed to break it yet, so they've got to get the points where they can. Whereas England, I think if we start playing the ball wider, we can see actually we get the ball down the other end of the pitch and we start to put more pressure on their try line.
But now though, Ashton looks to add 3 more to his tally, and simply enough for the Welsh fly half, and that will bring us into half time with a scoreline of 10-9. England with 2 unconverted tries. Wales spends an awful lot of time in England's own half, but Welsh discipline was a feature of that first half. A number of penalties, and then a number of instances where the referee was adding 10 yards onto that, even resulting in the yellow card that eventually saw England score. But in some ways, England haven't really profited from the number of penalties that they had in their favour in that first half.
No, it's been a shame really. Like I said, some of the old adages, the top 2 inches, working out what's on, using the ref to our advantage. Again in the first half, the penalties inside their 5, I think we just needed to settle down.
Well, that's what eventually happened for this opening try here after Hayden Ashton's penalty. England with a number of penalties in Wales' 22 opted for the scrum, and in the end, out wide Max Thorne went in unopposed. And then this second try, now playing against 14, it was Bennett who made the first run, bumping off a few defenders, and then some great hands through the forwards. Alex Inglis, who was part of the side that faced Wales in Cardiff last year, got a good offload away, and on his debut Marcus Seaton added England in second before a late Ashton penalty cut the gap to just 1 point. What a way to mark your first appearance for England Deaf. Well, just like the women's side earlier today, who beat Wales's women by 50-12, the men are in front by just a solitary point. We'll see if they can take the Broad Street Cup home with them today, as we look ahead to the second half here live at the home of the Bedford Blues.
where England lead Wales by just 1 point with 40 minutes still to come. Well, as the sides are back on the field here, there's 40 minutes still to play, where England lead by just a solitary point against the holders of the Broad Street Cup, Wales, who were victorious at Cardiff Arms Park last year by a scoreline of 21-15. Ben, Stu still alongside me. Stu, looking ahead to this second half, we were talking at the break about what needs to change in this England team, and you were thinking just a little bit more discipline perhaps might improve the way things went in that first half, especially considering Wales' relative ill-discipline throughout.
Yeah, definitely. I've just noticed there that we've had a change. Jake Huggett's now come onto the field. Not sure who's replaced.
It's Jake Huggett onto the field.
It looks like he's replaced Josh Page, I think.
So he'll be on into the back row. But at the moment it was kicked deep by Joe Healy, still at 15 for England, and then returned, and he'll look to take on Wales, and he slips right through the tackles. What a perfect start to the second half this could be. Hale once again with a little show and go. Stepping off the left, Healy gives the pass. And over in the corner, what an introduction to the game. I believe it's Connor Corton at number 20. Freshly on the field and gets England further out at front. On his debut as well. Connor Corton, the beneficiary of Joe Healy's hard work, slipping off the tackles, and you thought for all the world he was giving the inside pass, the show and go, and then the step, and then some unselfish play from the fullback, and wow, what a perfect start to the second half for England, Stu.
Yeah, you definitely come firing out the blocks there. I'd have been a bit disappointed if I was on the outside shoulder there not to get the ball. That was an obvious one of the posts there. But well done for finishing.
Corton over into the corner on his debut as well. That's two debutants on the score sheet for England already today. And they go further out in front. Well, whatever messages were put on board by Phil Powell at the start of that half-time break, they've certainly borne some fruit. Healy then with his third opportunity of the day from the tee. They've all been way out on the wing. It's another great strike, and this time from far out on the right-hand side, he does add the extras, and England go further out in front. And well, you've already, Stu, surpassed the scoreline you racked up at Cardiff Arms Park in this fixture back in 2023, and you're in a profitable position from here. You must believe that England can hold on to take home the Broad Street Cup from this position.
I think it all boils down to a bit of discipline and trust in the processes, and not too many individual efforts, so we say. Keep it down to the team.
Oh, there was almost an interception there from Butler. Just the knock on this occasion, which is fortunate perhaps, because England looked to be away once again down that left-hand side.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're exposing a little bit more now. Whatever was said at half-time is definitely working.
Well, it will be a scrum then for England following Butler's knock-on.
Bind!
Lloyd Smith.
Set! 2, 2, 3, 4!
Bit of pinball at scrum time, but England have got it rolling, and they're making plenty of yards. And then picked by Connor Corton at the base, searching for support.
No advantage was coming. Number 25 red, drop in bind. For me.
Well, penalised at scrum time.
25, drop in bind.
And that was a seriously impressive set piece from England, you must say.
Yeah, I'd have loved to have been involved in some of that. Yeah, that was rather dominant scrum set there. I'm sure Ben would have enjoyed being involved in that as well. That looked loved it. That looked nice to be involved in that.
Touch found on this occasion as well.
Numbers, England. 5 calls, 5 calls.
Looks like
He's coming. We haven't got just wait for you.
Jake Hugett will be throwing this one in.
Yeah, Jake's usually good on the arrows, so hopefully we execute this really well. Well, it looks to be a 5-man line out there. No, stolen.
Well, picked off by Wales, and they come away with it. Another missed opportunity for England. And slipping off the tackles on this occasion is Holland, who gets an offload away, and Gatland's through the hole, putting in the fend on Smith. And Wales are rumbling on now. Ashton with the long pass. Back onto the field is Jukes, who's chopped down on this occasion. Wales return to a full complement following that yellow card. Round the corner comes Watkins. Patience is the call from Jukes on this occasion. Well, late tackle, so penalty advantage goes Wales' way. England are looking to steal it at the breakdown. Butler. Another wide pass. There's the little show and go. And there's the offload too. Wales still in possession. Building past the 22. Big shots coming in from this English defensive line. Butler once again.
Option. You've got Ryan. You've got a penalty here for a high tackle. You've got a penalty back there. Yeah, penalty here. The penalty
Well, Wales
for high
up for the
tackle.
closest
Hey, you're fine
penalty.
there, thank you.
That's the decision from the
Post,
captain,
cool.
Ryan Chalish. And post is called yet again. Looking to cut the gap even further. But that was Wales' best attacking set of the game so far, you must say, Stu.
Yeah, I think they missed an opportunity out on the left wing there. If they'd given that earlier, they could have probably possibly been down that left-hand side. But capitalising off the penalties, poor discipline from us, and I think it's the right option, taking the points.
Haylen Ashton has racked up all of Wales' points so far. 3 penalties in the first half. The vice-captain. This time with the wind blowing in his face. But routinely enough from that range. Has 3 more on the board for Wales, who cut the gap. 17 points to 12 now. But England still in front following their early second half try. Finished off in the corner by the debutant Connor Corton. And Wales showing that we've certainly still got a game on our hands here. The holders of the Broad Street Cup are not willing to lie down and let it go without a fight. Kick-off from Healy, and it's as deep as you like on this occasion. And well, the referee's got a decision to make here. It was rolling with great speed into touch, and Sam Jukes is told that he in fact did get a touch on it, so it will be a scrum 5. And Ben, it's possible that England are slightly fortunate for that decision to go their way.
I think they definitely are fortunate with that one. Especially the comments earlier we picked on the ref about going to Specsavers. He obviously did at half-time, and you could see that from a fair old distance. Unlucky Wales.
I think on the replay it does in fact look like the ball has brushed Sam Jukes' hand, but what a perfect opportunity this is for England to respond. Lloyd Smith. Well, it's a good shove on there, and Corton's got it at the back. Under his control. And they've got the penalty as well. And Corton dots down to score, but the referee's whistle had already gone.
Scrum called. Okay.
And they have unsurprisingly opted for the scrum.
Time's gone.
And once
So
again,
we're
this England scrum is absolutely on top of Wales
okay.
on this occasion. And Connor Corton unlucky not to have his second there as he dotted down to score. But the Welsh forward coach, Richard Hibbard, will have some headaches at half-time given how the scrum's been going, and well, it looks to be continuing in that way. England are on top here.
Okay, sub, numbers.
Time off while a couple of changes are being made.
5 coming off. Okay.
John Higginson has left the field. New hooker on for Wales. see if that makes a difference here at scrum time, where Welsh side are really under pressure, and now just 5 metres out.
Is he being subbed?
Another scrum to deal with. So
we can go off it. No, all right, okay.
an edited front row for Wales. Watkins
Yeah,
moves to
four
hooker.
chaps
Holland
coming
is
back.
still there.
There we go. Let's go, chaps. Here we go. Let's go, form up. Time is back on.
Well, they've had plenty of time to think about how to turn this scrum around. It'll be England with the feed once again.
Approach! Bind!
Sproul's and Huggett both in there for England on this occasion.
Okay. What you got eyes on? It's fine. Okay. Not happy, we'll go again. Not happy, we reset. Okay.
So Corey Beck, the captain, also part of the side that travelled to Cardiff last year, in the front row now with Jake Huggett, the new hooker, and Josh Sproul's the record appearance halt maker for England Deaf. And they've got the shove on once again, moving with a bit of speed, but it collapses at the back. But a penalty try is given, and England will have all 7 as they head up the other end here in Bedford. And it will be a yellow card as well for Wales's new loosehead prop, who's only just come onto the field and is immediately sent the other way for pulling down the scrum, and that's what led to the penalty try. And that is pretty much the perfect possible end result from that set piece too.
It is a bit harsh on Wales there. I think that may be more of a team yellow than an individual one. I think the ref said they're pulling down.
And that will once again leave Wales a man down, as they were for the last 10 minutes of the first half. And all of Wales's good work done in this second half in response to that opening try is undone, as England now reach the total points that Wales had in the fixture last year. It was enough points, 25 at Cardiff, to take home the Broad Street Cup. We'll see how things play out here in Bedford. And it's an early penalty at the breakdown, so once again, Stu, from kickoff, Wales responding well after conceding a try.
Yeah, I think they're just trusting their own processes here, taking opportunities where they exist. I think that's what we need to do as well. It's been a bit of a gift from the referee there, that last try. Hopefully we don't settle on our back feet. We should hopefully attack this, steal it, ship it out wide.
We were discussing at half-time that the line-out, usually an area of strength for England, hasn't really gone to plan so far.
Numbers Wales 5.
Yeah, it's unsure why actually. We're normally quite slick at that. Maybe it's match day nerves, some debutants out there as we've already been mentioning, but you just got to rise to the occasion. Pardon the puns.
And up goes Wales, and they rise highest at this line out, and they've come away with it, but the maul has been stopped for now, although it is safely in red possession. And Gatlin runs a hard line off first receiver, put down, and England come away with it. Well, they've dealt with that maul simply enough, and now Connor Coulton is through the hole. The debutant who's already scored today. Beautiful ball inside. Will McCubbin well past the 10 metre. There's plenty of numbers over for England if they can exploit the gap. Mitchell stepping off the right. Has support on his outside, but an excellent covering tackle.
No, time's up.
Jack Slark bundled into touch. How on earth did England not convert from there? They had 3 players over on the left-hand side and nothing but green grass in front of them. But an excellent covering tackle has kept Wales in the game for now.
Yeah, credit to Wales there. Exactly what you just said, good covering tackle. Some little bit of handbags going on there on the sidelines.
Well, Kean Dugmore is down on halfway for Wales at the moment. Yet to really get himself into the game, the winger. As we pan through the crowd, it's Good turnout here in Bedford. Well, the referees are in discussion once again in response to those handbags, of course, and it will be a penalty.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Handbags. Corey? Okay. We're going to have a chat. Yeah, it is everyone. Everyone's lumped in and everyone's joined in. 6, we've had a conversation. 5, we've had a conversation. Discipline, we stop and we lower it down. Okay, we get it all sorted again. You two deal with it now, or I'm going to have to deal with this. It was started by you, but your player retaliated, so the penalty is going to be a penalty to red because your player went back. Okay, understand? Time is off. Yes, the man's still down anyway, so I'm going to go and check on him. You two have conversations. It ends now, chaps. Okay, thank you.
Well, the penalty will go to Wales on this occasion, as it was an English player who retaliated in a fashion not becoming of the referee's definition of the rules, at least. But how about this for a break? Already scored one today, Connor Corton on debut, and a lovely pass inside as well. McCubbin thought for all the world he might get away there, an excellent covering tackle. But then here it was, this huge overlap. Excellent covering tackle. A try saver in the truest meaning of the term. And Wales as well will have a penalty to clear their lines. A couple of substitutes for Wales as Ian Dugmore leaves the field, but Ashton, fly half, will look to clear Wales's lines.
Time is back on.
But we'll hope, Stu, that England don't come to rue that missed opportunity.
Hopefully not. This might spur Wales on a little bit. They're getting a bit of rub of the green now through our own ill discipline.
Wales then still a player down here following the penalty try at scrum time. But they do have a line out, at least just inside the 10-metre. Line out hasn't gone to plan for either side so far today. But a simple option is the best one for the moment, but the Wales have an advantage. The man was played in the air there. And Ashton goes crossfield on this occasion, just doesn't have the legs.
9 offside.
But it's actually an offside at the line out. Lloyd Smith penalised on this occasion. So another penalty, and Wales will work their way up the field. And Stu, you just mentioned the ill discipline is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I think it happens. Well, say at club level we don't normally have untouched judges, so maybe that's probably something we need to get a bit used to, taking that extra step.
Unfortunately, though, the penalty kick has not found touch. And here comes Jack Slark looking to return. Possession, England's just inside their own half.
6, let him go!
Will McCubbin off his line, off his wing to get some work. And it's going to be a penalty for England. And some more ill-disciplined at the breakdown. And up comes Joe Healy to put England further downfield. Well, it was a fast start to the second half, but things have slowed down for the moment, at least, on account of the number of penalties.
Yeah, we need to gain some more momentum. Hopefully this set piece will work well.
Quite clearly in from the side. I think if anyone recalls how Italy played against England a few years ago, before the rules of the breakdown were rewritten, that's exactly why. It spilled at first receiver, unfortunately, so the England attack not functioning on this latest foray, so Wales will have a scrum, but they will have to bring on a full front row, and that might work in England's favour, as Wales will lose a more attacking minded player.
Wales, retake. Yeah. Crouch! Bind!
Scrum then for Wales. An interesting formation in the back line, but they might not see it.
Early push by
Well, it's a free kick for an early shove on this occasion. England just a bit too keen to win the ball back, but a quick tap as well from Wales, so aware of the scoreline, aware they're a player down, looking to just play from everywhere. Running hard at first receiver, looking to drive past the gain line. And now switching the direction of the attack. Well, Ashton runs it up himself at fly half.
Leave it, White, advantage.
Some more real discipline at the breakdown, so another advantage. This time for Wales, Ryan Shalish, the captain. Up to halfway.
Still got penalty advantage, Wales.
Another good carry through the forwards. They enter England's half.
Still penalty advantage.
Ashton going crossfield with penalty advantage in mind. Well dealt with by Jack Slark on this occasion, so back for a penalty on halfway.
Yes.
There's a few players down for England on this occasion.
Holding his nose and his head.
We'll have a bit of a break here. And still, we were talking at the break as well as, you know, one of the most important and significant aims of England Deaf as an organisation is to increase its participation at every stage. That's what events like this are for. Always looking for new players to get involved in international deaf rugby.
Absolutely. We also run community games throughout the year as well to try and spread the word out there. So yeah, we do like to play up and down the country. We've got players from the northeast and the southwest, so it does take a lot of commitment to come to England Deaf and hopefully get a start out. But the more we can get the message out there, the better. We would like to grow the squad. It'd be good to have two competitive sides on the go. A community side for us old and bold that are ageing quite well, and the young talent coming through. It'd be nice to get some kind of academy on the cards, so anybody that's a young deaf player out there can work their way forward and one day wear the rose.
It was RJ Coles, of course, the current Wales coach, who first proposed a sort of British and Irish Lions approach to deaf rugby as well. We've seen, of course, Italy have had a deaf squad in the works across the sports as well, so there's plenty of space for this iteration of the sport to grow.
There definitely is. We do need the other nations, so if anybody's got any contact with any of the nations out there and they've got any deaf players, it'd be good to get somebody involved. Yeah, RJ had the brainchild of a home nations deaf side that we trotted out once in 2019, I believe it was, against the Welsh Legends at Bridgend. That was after their 40th year celebrations of Wales beating New Zealand. So we went up against some good legends, Colin Jarvis to name one of them.
You know where you are, you know what day of the week it is.
Well, a great event as well, and a great advert for deaf rugby. Jake Huggett off the field. Josh Page reintroduced at hooker. Another player who was also part of the side that played in Cardiff last year, where England were beaten by Wales by a score of 25-15. They lead by a very similar margin for the moment at least, but a line out for Wales. This was the penalty.
England, that's you.
Just off their feet at the breakdown there, pretty clearly. So a line out then for Wales.
Wales, close up.
Still
Thank you.
playing with 14 at the moment, Wales. But they won't let that stem their attacking flow as they look to go for the maul once again. And unlike last time, their maul is rolling forward for now. And the ball is there at the back for Wales. In comes Jones looking for it.
I've got it.
Penalty advantage to boot, so Wales have driven forward well here. The maul goes down, but the penalty is in their favour.
It was for three coming round, swimming.
Corey Beck, the co-captain on this occasion, penalised. Wales trail, but a try here would certainly go some way to getting them back into this fixture. Ashton finds touch,
Penalty counted.
just a yard short of the 5 metre.
No, it's in offside. Both me and both ARs all agree that it's in offside, okay?
Well, that's the penalty there. You can see
Discipline, yeah?
Corey Beck
England
right
step in,
round the wrong
England step in.
side, even had his scrum hat removed for good measure.
It's just penalty count is creeping. Penalty count is creeping, that's all.
Well, Wales have already been in this position in this half. They failed to convert. Their maul was stopped on this occasion. But the second time of asking,
Was never part of the lineup.
well, a
He never
penalty
joined the
instead.
lineup. Then who's he?
The Welsh player has joined the maul early on this occasion.
No, I didn't be part of the lineup. No, 5, go away.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for Wales.
Offside.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure what the ref spotted them. Maybe I didn't see either. But
I believe it was a player at the tail of the line out joining the maul early from an offside position. And now England will have their own line out looking to exit.
Okay, I'm not deeming it for a 9. I'm deeming who's part of the lineup and joining it. That's why. That's the decision.
Well, it's the loose head there who was stood significantly out of the line out and then came round to join it from the 9 position. And on this occasion, he's been penalised for doing so.
Yes.
The line out, though, has gone askew for England, and Wales come away with it through Holland. Gatland takes it to contact on this occasion as well. Ryan Shalish plays 9. Ashton, Butler. Leg drive beyond the 22 of England. Shalish once again plays 9 and finds forward runners on this occasion. Good offload to keep the attack flowing. And quick ball for Wales. Through the forwards at first, receiving yet again. Quickly over to secure the breakdown. Ashton with the looping miss pass, and it has found its way into the 15 channel. Ball back on the inside, but it's fallen to England instead. Shalish makes the covering tackle, but England escape for now. Smith finds forward runners once again. This time through the number 8, Connor Corton. Little show and go at the breakdown, and Smith skips away. Options left and right. Carried on by Bennett. And there's an advantage for England to play with as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Just ships it out to Mitchell. And Mitchell will take on his opposite man and beat him. And Will Mitchell will score for England. Well, there's a conversation to be had between the referee and his assistant, and held up is the call.
Goal line drop out.
Co-captain Will Mitchell was away, but the very last Welsh defender, Sam Jukes, got back and held him up. What a moment that is. Let's have another look. It was a great break from Smith. It spat out the back of that breakdown into the forward pass there. Mitchell did excellently well to get on the outside of Gatland, but let's have a look here. Well, he was in fact held up. Well, that's a pretty excellent bit of defending, wasn't it? From young Jukes, the Welsh fullback.
an amazing cover tackle. That. He definitely deserves player of his team for that one. That is amazing, yeah.
He made up for his yellow card in the first half with an unbelievable try-saving tackle that's kept Wales in the game. Well, it was only a few moments ago, Stu, that Wales were back down the other end. Almost interception here. Instead, it was a break on the inside and then a loose pass. Lovely little fend, a little goose step to get away. That was the counter-attack that almost had England scoring once more. And then how about that covering tackle by Jukes?
High tackle over here. Yeah, keep it down. Lower it, please. Thank you. Yeah, 5 metres, please.
But all he had to do was dot down. Across came Jukes. And that is pretty spectacular stuff.
We're enemy ready.
He'll definitely be keeping that in his highlight reel. I know I would be.
No. Land out. Yeah, land out.
Well, the kick's gone straight out there, which means it's likely to be a scrum on the 5 for England.
Okay, so when did you start jumping?
Unless, of course, it was touched by an English player on the way out.
Gents, who's reffing the game? Right, then be quiet and go away. No, I know all of you though. Right. Yes.
Well, if it was kicked out on the full, it should be a scrum for England back on the 5. But if it was an English hand that got it, a touch on it before it landed out, then Wales might get away with one here.
It's going to be a line out red. He started inside the pitch and then touched it, so he's part of the game. So it's going to be a line out for Wales.
Well,
that's fine.
it was
I need time, okay?
the decision by Jack Slark to attempt to keep it in play, but he couldn't. So Wales have escaped on this occasion, and they will have the line out as well, Stuart. Well, England unfortunate not to score, but Wales certainly fortunate to escape like that. And it's a clean line out for Wales as well. Ben Launders is on the field at number 9 in the red, and Launders is there once again. Ashton takes on all
not
comers.
Held, fine, not held.
Not held twice.
Again, now tackle.
Ashton driving up to the 10 metres. And here's the captain, Shalish. Launders quickly there, this time going through the forwards.
And we're stopping there. Head.
Well, it's Caelan Ashton who's stayed down for Wales, and this would be a big blow for them. He's been their real playmaker today.
Stop for your player's head, you're going forward, red scrum.
There's a couple of changes as well. As the injury is assessed,
Red going forward, stop for safety.
Will be a scrum for Wales. Making his debut, the number 22, Billy Scholes, freshly onto the field.
When we restart, we'll
England
start.
are in front. We'll start with a Welsh put-in at the scrum. And there's not too long left to go here. What kind of messages will the new players be receiving as they come on the field, do you think, at this stage of the game?
I think they're probably just going to hopefully bring some energy back into the players that are still on the pitch. Talk about our discipline again. I think we've been lucky in some areas of the pitch. The refs haven't seen what we can see from up here. It looks like on occasion that we might have been slightly offside there. The referee's missed the Welsh boot before that last try that was held up. Last boot in the ruck, so I think.
Scrum to you.
Well, it's good to see Caelan Ashton back to his feet. Fly half for Wales, so we'll continue with a Welsh scrum. Ben Landers with the feed.
Crouch! When you're ready, Wales, when you're ready.
Freshly onto the field, the Welsh number 9.
Fine!
Let's see if England's domination at the scrum will continue.
Set!
Wales returned to a full complement, of course. And this time they hold firm. And Ashton finds Butler. He runs it back into traffic. And accidental crossing is the call, or a forward pass on this occasion. Well, could have been either or, really, and Wales have been routed on this occasion. A big opportunity for England then, with their favoured set piece right in midfield. A score here could perhaps kill the game.
Okay.
Just a touch forward there, as you can see on our screens.
You got marks for me, Lewis, please. Crouch!
Well, another try for England here would be pretty devastating for this Wales deaf team, who had come to Bedford in hopes of defending the Broad Street Cup. And from the scrum, it looks like Corton will carry it forward. And bursting through the tackles, Corton gets the ball inside to McCubbins, who lifts it to Smith. Smith has got a player in support once again. Sam Brabazon this time. Bundles over. And Brabazon is the beneficiary, but An excellent team try from England. Great support coming from all angles, and that score will perhaps put England out of reach. A great first carry from Courtson, and then the offloads to keep the play alive. Excellent to see. Ramazan, the right man, there at the right time as well. And that is a really important score in this game, and perhaps will be the decider here.
Yeah, I think it will be based on what we've just seen there. Any more scrums in our favour. Nice for Doc to dot that down at the end there.
Joe Healy once again looking to add 2 more to the scoreline. And the wind is really starting to howl here. Healy has it at his back, and unfortunately it doesn't aid him on this occasion. Sam Brabazon, the try scorer for England.
You're subbing. Okay.
Well, just under 15 minutes to go here. Wales now trail by 30 to 12. We've exceeded the winning points margin from last year's Broad Street Cup, which Wales, of course, won by 25 to 15 at 21 to 15 at the Cardiff Arms Park. Have they got enough in the last 15 minutes to turn it around? And what a take-off kickoff. Roaring down the touchline goes Sam Fowler.
That's fine. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. No,
well, England have certainly got the momentum on this occasion. Scholes gets the offload away. Ball goes to ground, but always backwards.
He's fine, through the middle, he's fine.
Disruption from the Welsh.
All through the middle, that's fine.
At the breakdown, and they have turned it over. But then over the ball they go, and it has been once again turned around. What a game Connor Orton is having.
Not releasing on the floor.
Well, England have certainly got the wind in their sails at this point, Stu.
Yeah, it's good to see actually. Looking a bit more dominant, we're looking a bit more active, and we're supporting our players as they break through and making gains.
Orton with the turnover, a try right at the start of this second half on his debut, and then he was crucial in the England's fourth. There was a penalty try at scrum time in there as well, and then Brabazon's excellent finish following a flowing team move. But how about this right off the kickoff? What an excellent take by Sam Fowler. Good footwork as well. And then turned over at the breakdown, but Orton straight over the ball.
Nothing in it. Time's off because we've got the guy down up there.
There's a few players down once again for Wales. But England are in the corner. Joe Healy once again kicking excellently well today from each of England's penalties, of which there have been plenty.
We're not going yet, we're not going. Lewis, stop.
Still a player down for Wales.
We're not going yet, we're not going yet.
Well, given the results last year as well, Stu, this is a really big day for England Def, and this has been a really great performance as well.
Yeah, the lads should be pleased. Hopefully, fingers crossed, no commentators' curses, we keep the scoreline as it is, or maybe improve it on our benefit. But yeah, it'll be good. It's something that we've needed as a team, boosters.
Time is back on, let's play.
John Higginson, a popular addition as he re-enters the field. And that's a deep line out, excellently taken.
He's found, he's committed.
And the maul is rumbling on here, but it was left behind by most of the England players, so Wales have actually stolen it.
Use it!
And now they've got some work to do to get themselves out of trouble here.
All fine, they're always
crashing it up at first receiver at the moment. England fishing for it at the breakdown, but it's back with Wales. Ashton, instead of clearing, looks to throw it across the face of the Welsh back line, and then a huge shot coming in there from Paul Bootley, driving Wales back over and winning them the scrum. Welcome to the game, Bootley. What an introduction. The number 19 putting in that shot and driving them back over the try line.
Wasn't a maul.
An ambitious play from Wales. And then the shot coming in. Nothing wrong with that one. In the spirit of the game, you feel that this is a really threatening opportunity for England, Stu.
Yeah.
Crouch!
Unfortunately, I think Wales didn't. I think they had another man on the outside that they could have got that away to, because it was a bit of an open field.
Set!
But yeah, definitely we should get some points off this.
Smith with the feed. It's at the feet of Orton, who goes himself. Orton taking them all on. And he is over to score another. Connor Orton with the perfect first game for England Deaf, a second try. 2 tries today, a big part in setting up another. What a second half for Connor Orton. To make a debut against Wales in the biggest game of the year for England Deaf, he has been excellent today.
Yeah, without a doubt, a great addition to the team. He's definitely increased the levels of physicality, and getting across the try line is going to be great for him. Hopefully he'll get another one so there'll be no jug avoidance in the bar later.
Well, let's hope so. No hat-trick avoidance for Connor Orton. He's got 10 more minutes to rack up another. You always thought England were going to create something from that kind of position, but Connor Orton took on 3 players. Gatland was looking to hold him up, but he just ripped away from the Welsh centre.
You're nearly done. Just hold on 10.
Will McCubbin receiving some treatment on the side, but he's back to his feet, so we'll soon be underway. Connor Orton with 2 tries today. And England claim it cleanly off the kickoff, and they're freeing up the hands as well. And suddenly Bennett might be in behind here. And Bennett shrugging off another. Options to his left and right, but it's just through the hands of Slark. And put down, unfortunately. But a great break from Henry Bennett. And England looking to finish this game in style. It has been an excellent second half from this England team.
Yeah, what a great breakaway there. Unfortunate for the guys out on the wing. It didn't go to hand.
Just a touch too flat on this occasion. And it will be a Welsh scrum as they look to clear their lines.
Bind! Set!
Then Landers with the feed. Held for now. Ashton. Well, they're looking to run things from inside their 22. Butler. Another missed pass, and Wales are on the outside of England. Hales back to make the tackle. Thunderous clear out from Wales. And a penalty advantage as well.
19 in at the side.
And that's a bit more like it from this Wales Deaf team.
Yeah, what a great exit.
19 in at the side.
Some ill discipline there from England, unfortunately.
Touch found on the 22. And Wales yet to score a try in this game. That's a great break by Sam Jukes on the outside.
Let's go, Wales!
But it will be a line out for Wales.
Wales!
We would like to leave Bedford with at least 1 try today. All of their points coming from the penalty tee at the moment. And they don't opt for them all on this occasion. Ashton through the hands to find Holland. Ashton plays 9 at this occasion. Butler looks to chip it in behind. been collected in the wide channel, but just knocked on, unfortunately, there. So Wales repelled on this latest attack. Well, not too long left to go here in this game, and it looks like England will be reclaiming the Broad Street Cup after Wales took it home from a game in Cardiff Arms last year. So promising signs ahead of a summer tour for England Deaf as well. But there's plenty of younger players on the field now for England Deaf as well, Stu. So encouraging signs for this organisation.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think the only sort of interaction we've had with South Africa was in the sevens last year in Argentina. So it'll be interesting to see what they get in the summer.
A good tackle by first receiver. A little bit of after still going on here.
Time's off. Time's off. Go away.
Well, we're a touch preoccupied there, Stu, because once again the handbags came out right at the end of this game, and the referees will be in conversation about how next to proceed.
From my viewpoint, it was started by white and red retaliated, but
On the back of the head, on head. Yes. So hand on head contact. Okay. So retaliation. Yellow card. Okay.
It looks like we might see a couple of cards here.
Number 3 red. 3. Okay. So called him from touch. There's been a bit of a high tackle, that's fine, it's been dealt with, and it's walked away. Then your 3 has walked back and slapped our white 2 on the back of the head. Okay? Okay. Okay, that's what I've been told by touch. You can't slap someone on the head. Head contact with hand. So off you go to Ryan. I suggest you be quiet very quickly, okay? Yeah?
Well, it's another yellow card for Wales, a third yellow card on this game.
That's what my touch has seen. We're not debating it.
Jamie Watkins on this occasion saw yellow for some provocative behaviour. And
do you want me to swap it round? No, stop then.
Wales will finish this game with 14 men.
Time back on.
Well, this kick will not find touch. Kept in play by Wales on this occasion. And here is Dukes looking to take on Will McCubbin, flicks it out the back door. And Gatland brings it back the other way.
Tackle now, roll away, White! No, fine.
Landers. Ashton, long pass, picked off. And this time it will be a try for Jack Slot. He's had a couple of big opportunities down this left-hand side that have gotten away from him, but not this time. And England have another. Jack Slark on debut. It's a good read. It was an ambitious ball from Ashton. It was what was required from Wales to get something like a foothold in this game. And as you can hear, that's a very popular try. Jack Slark running it in on debut. And it's good to see some of the younger lads taking away memories here at the home of the Bedford Blues. Through the post as well, and what a scoreline England are racking up here.
yeah, I think they'll be pleased with that. I think there was a touch of a forward pass there off Wales, and we capitalised off that. I'm sure it'll be good to see on the replay, but yeah, well done.
Well, that's England's 7th try, 44-12. They're much closer to the women's score than we perhaps thought they would be coming into this game. England women's victorious by 50-12. Just spilled off kickoff. So it will be a scrum for Wales. But 2 brilliant results for England Deaf today.
Absolutely. Maybe Wales can get something off of this. Their scrum when they exited their own 22 was quite good.
We'll see what kind of platform they can gift themselves here. Of course, back down to 14 players. But they have stacked the right-hand side here. But England turning over. And away comes Orton. Hat-trick hunting the number 8. Putting in the fend. Breaking away. Has he got the legs? Hands it off to Smith. Smith back against the grain. Beats 2 defenders and 3. Lloyd Smith in contact. Ooh. And a little show and go on this occasion. Scholes on this occasion. Penalty advantage. Surely a try here. Henry Bennett scores. England have an 8.
I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it, Joe. We'll talk afterwards. We'll take your possession and we'll come over.
Oh, there'll be some afters here, but another excellent breakaway. And that man, Connor Orton, that got England into the red zone, and then a tackle that might need some review, but regardless, it's another try for England as they look to possibly even surpass the excellent results achieved by their women's team today.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Well, it is a high tackle, but young Billy Scholes is absolutely fine and back to his feet. And Hales is looking to add 2 more to his tally today. Clean conversion.
5, captain, time off, 5, captain. 5, captain. You're 5.
Well, it's a try by Henry Bennett on this occasion. But the referee having a word with Welsh second row. And it is a red card because it was direct contact to the head.
Yeah. Okay, what's his name? Okay, what's his name? What's his name? Pardon? Joe. We'll catch up after and catch the rest, okay? We'll catch up after, yeah, we'll sort out the rest out after. Yes, we are.
Well, Joe Yates has been brandished the card. Perhaps a shame to finish the game on that note. What we should be focusing on is this excellent performance by England.
Yeah, it's a shame that nobody likes to see cards in the game. Obviously the referees have got a job to do, and I think on the replay that was well deserved, unfortunately.
And Orton off the kickoff, still hunting for that hat-trick. Lovely out the back door offload, but knocked backwards by Wales, so we'll keep play rolling. England searching for another, now up against 13, of course. There's plenty of space in that wide channel if they can use it. And Wales turning over at the breakdown, so they will play the last minute of this game with a penalty.
2, go away. Let him have the ball, it's their ball, go away.
Well, Josh Page, his second Broad Street Cup, loses England another 10 yards. And Wales will have one opportunity, it seems, to come away with a little bit more.
I have dead clock.
Just off their feet at the breakdown, England. But regardless, here we are at last play.
Take the 5 metre, please. Take the 5 metre, please.
We should probably discuss to you the player of the match.
Well, I think that only belongs to one man on his debut, Connor
Orton.
I think he's been the talisman for England today.
A well-deserved man of the match as Wales have one last attack. Ashton takes it to the line himself, looking to shrug off McCubbin. And it's another penalty for Wales, and they will have one more shot at things here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see them get a try.
Landers looking for the tap. Ashton this time. Lovely weighted pass out wide, and it's the captain who'll go over in the corner.
Yes.
Ryan Shalish has the score. Well deserved between those two, of course. Haylen Ashton and Ryan Shalish working hard all day. Ashton spotted his skipper all alone in that wide channel, and Wales will have a try on the board to finish this game. It's a beautifully weighted pass. Shalish dots down. That is a lovely ball. And finished by Shalish under pressure.
Yeah, great try, well deserved. They earned that one.
Well, Ashton will have the final say in this game. Into the wind. Into the red. And just rattles the upright. Well, when the women's team took down Wales by 50 points to 12 earlier today, we didn't expect a similar scoreline here in what is usually such a hotly contested encounter. Last year, Wales at the Cardiff Arms Park took down England by 21 to 15. And we've seen nothing of the sorts here today. England deaf in a second half in which they led by just 1 point, have run away with things in the second 40 and have taken back the Broad Street Cup by a scoreline of 51 to 17. They have blown this Welsh team away, a seriously impressive performance and very promising signs of the things to come in the future, Stu.
Yeah, really proud of the boys today. They put in a shift. Well done to the guys on debut. Yeah, it's a good start. Hopefully we'll continue this success in South Africa.
A lot of happy faces in white this afternoon, but plenty of Welsh players in good spirits as well, which is good to see. An excellent advert for Deaf Rugby throughout, some wonderful tries which we'll take you all through in just a few moments' time. But Stu, an excellent result and perhaps unexpected coming into today.
Yeah, this is our first international of the season. Wales have had a few games prior to this. I believe they played the England Fire Service and they played the Gibraltar Police or Gibraltar, and they played.
They've had a couple of games coming. They did in fact play Gibraltar, and they've also played the Fire Service as well in the warm-up to this. But it was England who really had control of things throughout this fixture, and they have won this game by 51 points to 17 as they set up the tunnel for the Welsh visitors. Ryan Shalish, Wales' try scorer, leads his players through the tunnel. A successful day, however, for Corey Beck and Will Mitchell, the co-captains for England this afternoon. A really strong performance from England Deaf, and we'll take you through some of the tries in this game. Well, the first half was hotly contested. Wales took the lead through a penalty by Caelan Ashton, but England got the first try after a sustained period of pressure in Wales's half. And they had one more before the break after Caelan Ashton put Wales back in front. It was another debutant, Marcus Seaton, who scored after a lovely offload from Alex Inglis. Wales had another penalty before the break, but who could have predicted this second half? This was straight from kickoff. Joe Healy carving his way through. He had a great game before he put Connor Orton into the corner. Wales responded with another penalty to close the gap, but England just kept coming. A scrum penalty the next, and that saw Wales reduced to 14 players for the second time in the game, and that advantage was capitalised upon in the latter stages of the second half when the Welsh legs just had a little bit more juice left in them. Connor Orton picking and going and hunting for his second try, but instead he found Will McCubbin, and then some lovely offloads. Smith put Brabazon in for his first try of the game. And then from this very promising position, Connor Orton did get his second, bringing some real physicality to the team, ripping it away from Gatland. And then in the latter stages of the game, once England had really sealed it, they then just really started flowing here. An interception by another debutant. Jack Slark on this occasion had a couple of opportunities in the game, eventually did get his finish, and then Henry Bennett, the beneficiary on this occasion from Billy Scholes' hard work. And that left it an impressive victory for England, but Wales did get one try on the board. A beautifully weighted pass from Caelan Ashton put the captain Ryan Shalish away into the corner. But it wasn't enough, of course, to mount a serious comeback, because England in that second half really blew Wales away. Final score then 51-17, and we'll join you in just a moment with some of the players.
have run down pitch sides. We're joined by Captain Corey and the man of the match, Connor, as well. So, firstly, congratulations to you both. And surely you weren't expecting, although you had all the preparation right, such a fantastic performance.
Well, we've prepared well and worked hard. We know how we wanted to play, and I think the first half, we come down to the infamous Bedford slope. The lads had to play uphill in the first half. I think it just took, a significant amount of new caps. I think we finally settled into our game plan, how we wanted to play, and I think the second half we were able to run away with it. So.
And speaking of new caps, 2 tries on debut. Hat-trick avoidance, unfortunately, was called by Stu in the commentary box almost straight away. But 2 tries and you're all over the pitch in that second half. You've got to be happy with what is, I'm sure, the first of many caps for England Deaf.
Yeah, mate, absolute pleasure. To get my first cap was huge. To be a part of these boys was absolutely incredible, and just, I'm just over the moon, mate. I can't wait for more. Can't wait for South Africa and see where it goes.
Had to say goodbye for Corey Beck because he's got captain duties to attend to, but a great occasion to take the Broad Street Cup back as well after the game in Wales last year, and hopefully the first of many you'll be a part of. But what does it mean to be a part of this group, to be part of England Deaf, representing your national side and also representing what is such a great organisation?
Oh, it's huge. As a kid you always dream to represent your country. This gives you an amazing opportunity to bring on wear the rose and to actually represent, and I've loved it. I've been in preparation now for a few months, and to be able to actually fully get onto the pitch has been huge.
And the day really couldn't have gone better overall, as we'll call back in the skipper once more. It's a great group that you've got together. You've got tours coming up as well in recent months. This is just the first of many sort of adulations for this group to take a part of. You must be looking forward to how not just this team but also Deaf Rugby and England Deaf are growing in this near future.
Yeah, so we've got a goal, obviously, to grow the game and give these lads that are hard of hearing and deaf a community to play amongst, and we'll do that by playing the highest level of rugby we can. I think we've set our stall out today with some great foundations. I want to play the game, and now the challenge is for us to back that up. We've got a tour in South Africa to look forward to. I'm sure lads will carry on preparing well for that, and we go again.
And of course, plenty of younger lads as well are part of the side at the moment. The future looks pretty bright for England Deaf, but it's all about encouraging more and more young people who could qualify for England Deaf to get involved with the organisation.
Absolutely, yeah. Some real good who we've seen today on debut, some good young talent coming through. And absolutely, I want to encourage as many deaf people through our ranks as we can. And it'll be great to see all those down as we carry on, preparing month by month as we approach those tours.
I'd like to bring in Phil Powell, of course, the head coach of England Deaf. Thank you for talking to us, and you're relatively new to the role. It's partially for days like this, of course, but what really inspired you to come forward and be a part of this England Deaf organisation?
I think for me, look, it's these sorts of days. It's these occasions, everything else like that. I think yeah, it's pretty impressive, like the fact that we get to wear the rose and go around, and I think playing against Wales and we went to Argentina last year, I think, yeah, they're the sort of things that I needed, that challenge and that kind of a little bit different, and these group of lads and also the women's team are fantastic, so it's yeah, it's an enjoyable process being men's and women's.
It certainly is an enjoyable process, especially when the weather holds out on us like it has this afternoon, and also when you rack up such great score lines. I mean, we were talking to Ben and Stu in the commentary box about the kind of rugby, the brand that you want to bring to England Deaf, and we saw some of that today. There was some serious skill on show and some excellent tries throughout. Yeah,
look, we don't want to play boring rugby. I think we want the crowd here, we want people to enjoy it, and most of all we want the players to enjoy it. So yeah, look, for me, as long as the players are enjoying it and we can chuck the ball around, we just want to play rugby in the right way. I think that's probably the biggest thing for us at the minute.
And the next steps for England Deaf and for yourself in your involvement in this organisation, you've obviously got another tour upcoming shortly, as well as more fixtures in the works, but where do you really want to take this organisation and this side?
I don't know, it's $1 million question. I think behind the scenes there's a lot of work going on. We want to grow it and we want to bring in the youngsters. I think the long-term goal is fundamentally bringing in some under 18 kind of academy-based programs, so we have that access for players from all age grades and stuff like that. That's the long-term goal, and I think for us we want to be number one. We're very disappointed that we lost in Argentina to a very competitive Welsh team. So yeah, look, we want to dominate 15s, we want to dominate kind of the 7s. So long term, playing side, we want to be #1, and I think behind the scenes we just want to do the best for everybody within the deaf community, for me.
Well, thank you very much for speaking for us, and thank you for having us, of course, today. Sort of one of the biggest parts of being part of Next Gen, of course, is bringing new aspects of rugby to light, and as you said in the commentary box, growing the game, and that's what everyone is here for with England Deaf. It's certainly an organisation on the rise and a growing aspect of the game. Thank you, of course, for joining us as well for this stream. A huge result for England, and we look forward to hearing from you very soon as well on all the other streams we have to offer. But thank you as well for England Deaf for having us as well, and we wish them the best of luck for all of what they will travel on to next, their tour in the summer.